and that might have to be provided for, is what the management has said. We're joined this morning by Rajesh Agarwal as well as Vaishali Parekh. Thanks so much for taking the time and joining us today. Always a pleasure. I want to come to you, Rajesh, very quickly on what you made of this. I don't know if you heard the conversation that we had with Nitish Mittersain, but are you buying this statement that they're making? It's not a material effect. They will provide if necessary. They are a conservative company. What would you do at 6-7% down in Nazara Tech? Would you go out and buy?
Good morning, Alex. Good morning, Mahima. Good morning, Vaishali. The gaming industry as such in India, we were very circumspect from the very beginning. And we were always of the view that someday or the other, the government might come out with something of that sort. And we were very skeptical about the regulatory consequences. And we have been very vocal on all media channels, including yours, about investments in these kind of companies. It's not only in Nazara Tech, but any company of this sort. So we have given an avoid rating into the entire sector as such. And as far as the Nazara is concerned, I was listening to your conversation just a few minutes back. And I feel that the hit of 800 odd crores would be taken in the balance sheet. If not, the PL won't be affected, as they said, the numbers, because they come below the EBITDA levels and it's marginal or even losses there. But the balance sheet will be hit. I don't know when there would be a buyer if they try to sell that company to somebody where these regulations are not there. But that will be a long time. And when you are a distressed seller, you don't get that kind of valuation because everybody knows what has happened in India and it has been banned and the seller is in a distress mode. So I don't know what kind of hit that will take. That only time will tell, but that would be a hit on a balance sheet. I won't be buying at these levels too. It's still a avoid from our side.
Okay, still an avoid on Nazara Tech is what Rajesh is saying. We've got our first caller for the day. Naveen is calling us from Visakhapatnam. Naveen, hi, a very good morning to you. How can we help you today?
Hi, Mahima. Good morning.
Good morning.
I have 17 shares of DOMS.
Okay.
At 22,558 price point. Just want to understand the long-term perspective. I mean, more than 5 years, I can say.
Okay. Got your question, Naveen. I'll take this up with Rajesh quickly. Rajesh, I was recently seeing this company and the way brokerages have, turned positive on the counter, and this is on the back of its non-stationary business, which is doing well. Though DOMS is primarily known for its stationary business, but it's picking up very well and contributing to a great extent to its top line. What's your view with regards to where DOMS stands for the next 5 years?
No doubt it's a strong business and it's taken very well. And in the last 2-3 years, the company has done exceptionally well. But all positives have already been discounted in the price. I don't think any meaningful upside from these levels would be a Herculean task unless the numbers are very promising. So at these levels, almost around 2,500 odd levels, I would say to book partial profit.
Okay. All right. Yeah, it's not cheap to say the very least, trailing 72 times price to earnings. Ranjan Karkera is writing in from Namba, Bengaluru, as he says. Good morning to you, Ranjan. And he's writing in about Wipro. He's bought at 247 rupees per share, which is very close to the current market price, but he's looking for a short-term perspective on this. In the recent past, you've seen chop and churn in the IT space, uncertainty about the direction that these stocks will take. But Vaishali, on the charts, what is the view on Wipro?
Very good morning, all of you, Alex, Mahima, and Rajesh. I think today we are seeing a good up move coming from the IT sector, and it's about time that this sector too participates. So talking about Wipro per se, I would say that it's very close to its bottom support of 230. So continue holding, because once the stock gets into a rally, this can give you a return of 260 to 270 as a near-term basis. If we see the stock sustaining about 270, it's back on track to get into a trend. So till now, I will just take a small trading range.
All right. Small trading range is what you should look at on Wipro. Ajay is calling us from Ambala. Ajay, namaskar. How can we help you today?
Yeah, good morning, sir. Good morning, सभी को. सर, मेरा क्वेश्चन HDB फाइनेंस पे है. सर, मेरे पास 806 पे 500 शेयर्स हैं.
ओके.
सर, क्या इसमें मैं होल्ड करूं या इसको मिलके क्या मैं आर काबिल या क्रॉम्पटन जो कंज्यूमर गुड्स हैं, क्या इसमें मैं जा सकता हूं? सर, जो GST ये सब जो हो रहा है, क्या ये सही डिसीजन रहेगा या वेट इसी में होल्ड करूं?
जी. ये लॉन्ग टर्म के लिए आपने परचेज किया है या आपका शॉर्ट टर्म ट्रेडिंग आइडिया है एचडीबी फाइनेंशियल?
सर ये आईपीओ के 2-3 दिन बाद ही मैंने लिए थे, लॉन्ग टर्म के लिए लिए थे। ये उसके बाद आता ही नहीं है, तो नीचे ही रहता है हमेशा। काफी टाइम हो गया इसको।
जी मैं समझ सकता हूँ। तो ये क्रॉम्पटन और आपने कहा आर काबिल
सर, आर काबिल मैंने ये आइडेंटिफाई किए थे। मैंने लगा कि शायद मैं पूछ लेता हूँ क्या ये सही रहेंगे, अगर कंज्यूमर गुड जो जीएसटी वाला जो भी सिनेरियो चल रहा है, क्या ये सही इन्वेस्टमेंट पॉइंट ऑफ टाइम रहेगा अगर बाई चांस अगर मैं इससे निकल सकूँ तो?
जी मैं समझ सकता हूँ। राजेश जी आपसे सवाल कर रहे हैं ये क्योंकि ये लॉन्ग टर्म सवाल है। उन्होंने 806 लेवल्स पे लिए हैं and it has not done too much after listing. I think that has to do with valuations. Is the switch appropriate? The answer should be in Hindi.
देखिए ऐसा है कि एचडीबी फाइनेंशियल का अगर आप फंडामेंटल्स देखो तो स्ट्रांग है, बट आईपीओ के बाद से बहुत ठंडा पड़ा हुआ है। और जिस तरह के नंबर्स इस क्वार्टर में आए उसे देखते हुए ऐसा लगता नहीं है कि बहुत जल्दबाजी में कुछ अच्छा रिटर्न दे पाएगा। तो मैं यही कहूंगा कि उछाल कहीं भी मिले तो निकलने की कोशिश करें। और आपने जो आइडेंटिफाई किया है क्रॉम्पटन और आर केबल दोनों ही अच्छी कंपनी है, बट इस वक्त मैं समझता हूँ कि क्रॉम्पटन एक बेहतर स्थिति में है बनिस्बत की आर केबल। तो आप चाहो तो उछाल में इससे निकल के क्रॉम्पटन में स्विच कर सकते हो।
All right, okay, so that's with regards to where all of these three counters are concerned. But viewers, it's time to slip into a very short break, but we'll be right back answering all your queries on the other side, so do stay tuned.
माय बर्थडे गिफ्ट टू पापा, ये उनके पापा की पहली गाड़ी एक गराज में पड़ी थी दार्जिलिंग में। फिर 3 मैकेनिक, पेंटिंग, पॉलिशिंग। जब इसे फाइनली घर लाया ना, तब लगा लाइफ में ग्रो किया है।
SIP करो, इन्वेस्ट करो, लाइफ में ग्रो करो। प्रतिभूति बाजार में निवेश बाजार जोखिमों के अधीन है। निवेश करने से पहले सभी संबंधित दस्तावेजों को ध्यान से पढ़ें। गोल्ड ग्लास, क्लियर ग्लास, पार हो या नियर, सब कुछ दिखे क्लियर।
They're the force behind some of India's most respected business empires. But you've rarely heard them speak. Now, for the first time, these leaders open up on succession, conflict, governance, and inheritance. Join me as we step inside boardrooms and living rooms of India's most enduring family businesses for real stories, raw conversation, resilient legacies. Building legacy.
The markets move fast.
And so should your portfolio. Expert insights, real-time stock picks.
Do I buy Ola?
Should I hold CDSL for the long term?
Buy, sell or hold.
The answers you need straight from the experts.
Callers from India and across the world. Connect live Ask, decide and invest wisely.
Your portfolio, your future. Ask Profit.
Do you really know the company you invest in? What is the real picture behind presentations and claims? Is the outlook as rosy as the company claims? Know Your Company, powered by NDTV Profit Research, shines a light on the biggest stock market movers.
They're the force behind some of India's most respected business empires. But you've rarely heard them speak. Now, for the first time, these leaders open up on succession, conflict, governance, and inheritance. Join me as we step inside boardrooms and living rooms of India's most enduring family.
Welcome back. You're watching Ask Profit, a show that gets all your stock-related queries answered. For viewers who are just tuning in, you can either call us or WhatsApp us on the numbers that are flashing on your screen right now. We've got our next question from Seema Jain, who's writing us from Jodhpur. Her question is that she wants to invest in the defense space for the next 5 years and wants to know if she can go ahead and buy HAL or BEL in the large cap space, or maybe Apollo Microsystems or Zentech in the small cap space. Rajesh, I'll come to you on this one. Your take on the entire defense space and HAL specifically, because of the recent news of cabinet clearing the purchase of 97 LCA Mark 1A, which is valued at 62,000 crore. That's a big win for HAL for sure. Your view on HAL, and which one of these would you pick for the next 5 years?
See, defense as a space is looking very exciting, not only because of the way Indian government is focusing on indigenization of defense purchases, but because of the kind of geopolitical tension going across the world. We are getting international orders. The order books are full for almost all the companies and doing very well. The numbers have been supporting, I would say. Going forward too, with the kind of new order flows and with the kind of government focus, we think these companies are going to do well. Although after Operation Sindoor, things have been very supportive. Market cap of all these companies have gone up like anything. There might be some amount of consolidation or correction going forward. But for a long-term horizon, like 5 years, this lady has been talking about, I think this is a good bet, good to go for. The best picks, according to us, in this space is HAL, of course, because of the recent news. Other than that, BEML would be one of them, because not only in defense, it's also into mining and metro coaches, which is doing very well. The order book is very big. And the shipping companies, of course, like GRSE or a Cochin Shipyard.
All right, so that's with regards to where these defense companies stand. And in fact, there was a key takeaway from the Cochin Shipyard con call as well, and they've said that they will double their revenue by 2030 or 2031. So that was an interesting takeaway from the con call as well. We've got our next caller. In fact, Govind is calling us from Hyderabad, and he too has a question on a defense counter, that is Zentech. Govind, hi, a very good morning to you. How can we help you, and what's the query about?
Good morning, madam. Good morning, Alex sir, and all of you, ma'am. Good morning. Ma'am, regarding this Gen Technologies, ma'am, I have purchased 50 shares for at least 1 to 2 years, ma'am, actually. They are defense sector, actually. Unfortunately, the last quarter the result is not good, actually. Can I add some more or book losses? I can hold at least 1 to 2 years, ma'am, actually.
1 to 2 years. Okay, Govind, I got your question and take this up with Rajesh again. Rajesh, your view on Zentech, specifically because he's sitting on losses right now for around 64,000 rupees. Do you think he'll be able to recover them in the next 1 to 2 years?
See, 1 to 2 years is a decent time for a stock like Zentech to recover. And not only recover, I think he would be sitting on a decent amount of profit. He can continue to hold. But as I told, I would be going for a larger names if you want to put new money. These were the names which we discussed just now. But as far as Gentech is concerned, one can continue to hold.
Normally I do not take F&O queries on this show. We're not really encouraging individuals to go out and trade F&O, and usually people don't use it as a hedging strategy. It's something that they do on a trading basis. But I will take this. Chaitanya Shah is writing in asking about Grasim. Vaishali, I'm hopeful that you can help him out. He's got the 28th of August expiry 2900 call, which he's bought 25 lots of at a price of 20.4. Should he hold or exit at this point?
So, Alex, as such, I don't do derivatives, but well, purely on technical levels, I can help. Keep a stop loss of 2750. The stock is already in a trend. So, near-term target resistance I'm looking at is 2900. If it sustains, then go for a target of 3000. Since it's a short-term horizon, this is how I would look at it. If my support levels break, it's an exit.
All right. Okay. So that's with regards to where. It's with regards to the F&O query, but Vaishali has given her technical view on the counter. All right, we've got our next caller. Sachit is calling us from Cochin. Sachit, hi, a very good morning to you. How can we help you today?
Hi, good morning.
Good morning.
Like you said, I wondered your outlook on some multi-bagger stocks that for a tenure of maybe more than 3 years, or longer than that also would be good. I plan to invest around 1.5 lakhs, but some multi-bagger. Yeah, I had in mind what some AMCs or CSDL, but you can give a choice of some energy stocks.
Okay, Sachit, I got your question. Rajesh, I'll take this up with you. 3 to 5 years, which one would your bet be on in terms of being a multi-bagger if he had to invest around 1.5 lakhs? Would you divide it in different stocks, or would you recommend 1 or 2 stocks?
See, Vaishali, it's very difficult to say this stock is going to be a multi-bagger 5 years down the line. Nobody knows exactly what's going to happen because every quarter there are numbers, every day there are news flows. So things have to be tracked down. And if a company is doing well in the long run, it can be a multi-bagger, no doubt on that. Alex can vouch for me that I have been talking about ITC since a level of 150, and in 3-4 years it will become 500. That's as good as a multi-bagger or a BSC from 150 levels to 3000 odd levels. But still, I can give 2-3 good companies to go long on, like Geo Financial would be one of them because of the kind of business prospects that the company is talking about. I think this can give you very good returns if you hold 2-3 years for 2-3 years, or JSW Energy, where the installed capacity has increased to 12.8 gigawatts, and the generation capacity they are talking about making it to 30 gigawatts by 2030. Even the bottom line was up by 42%. So these are some of the companies which you can go long on for a long-term horizon. But still, I would suggest keep a track of quarterly numbers and news flows and continue to hold if the company is doing well.
Just a follow-up to that, Rajesh, ITC, what do you make of this entire GST conversation about the treatment of sin goods? What is the implication for them at 409? Are you still going out and buying?
Yes, of course, Alex, I am going out and buy. Let's, out of the context, I am giving an example. During COVID times, I have known people who have bought this pan parag and cigarettes at 20 times their original value. So even if the taxes go up, the consumption is not going to go down. So things are that way. So but ITC is not only a cigarette company, it's also into FMCG. They're moving into dairy products. The balance sheet is very strong. There might be some amount of short-term blips because of GST news, if at all it comes, the sin tax and all. But going forward in the long term, I don't think that will be materially affecting the company's volumes.
Got it. All right. Yeah, inelasticity of demand, you learn about this in economics textbooks, and this is something that ITC has witnessed as well. Pakshal Jain from Karnataka has got the next question. It is on Anthem Bioscience, which he got during the IPO phase, and he's asking whether... Okay, I have to check whether you have a view on this one, Vaishali, on the charts, or is it too new a listing?
Well, I can say limited data, but the stock is showing signs of strength. So I would say continue holding, because the way the stock is sustaining, I would say that yes, in all likelihood, 1000 for now would be the target.
1,000, exactly. That's exactly what he's wondering. But when can that be achievable? Because he's saying he wants a 12-month view as well, but he's wondering if 1,000 is possible in 3 months, which might be just a too short a time frame.
Well, I would say so. Not very unlikely it can happen because we've seen a rally, long consolidation at 760. From there on, we are seeing a good rally coming in, and yet there is no sign of exhaustion. So keep a trailing stop loss, and I think very likely 1,000 can come in.
Okay. All right. So that's with regards to where Anthem Biosciences stand. We've got our next caller. Shiva is calling us from Chennai. Shiva, hi. A very good morning to you. How can we help you today?
Hi, good morning. I've been a regular witness code for you guys are doing a great job. Looking for some semiconductor and data center stocks, please. Thank you.
Okay, Shiva, thank you so much. You made our day for sure. I'll take this up with Rajesh. Rajesh, your view on stocks that he could probably invest in the semiconductor and data center space?
See, Vaishali, this is a good space, no doubt.
Rajesh.
Sorry, Mahima. Sorry. I'm extremely sorry.
I thought the first one was a mistake, and then you did it again. I was like, okay, I need to step in here. Mahima.
My bad. My bad.
Okay, you were saying. Sorry.
Mahima, this is a very good space to be into, no doubt on that for a long-term horizon. But at this point of time, the limited number of stocks which are into this space are trading in very rich valuations, be it Dixon, be it Keynes or other companies. So I don't think at this point of time it would be prudent to put new money into this. Wait for some amount of correction or some good opportunities to come across, then only invest in these.
All right, so that's a view on this space. Am I wrong in saying that office also has an element of data centers? Rajesh, have you studied the company? Office is the, I want to say real estate company, but office leasing space?
No, Alex, I'm sorry, I didn't try.
Okay, I will have to do a little bit of reading to figure that out as well. But the next question is on Medanta, and the stock has been bought by Shakib at a price of 1,400 rupees per share. 60 shares is what he's got, and he's looking for a 3-year time frame. Rajesh, have you tracked the stock? If so, he's bought it very close to the current market price. Would you say that he should continue to hold?
We have been giving a buy call in this from a very long period of time. Company founded by Naresh Taran, doing very well in north and east part of India. They're opening new hospitals in Bombay and Gurgaon. Patna Hospital has started performing well. They're topping of 5,000 beds going forward. So I think all in all, company is looking very strong, and not to forget the kind of medical tourism the government is trying to promote. Of course, due to Bangladesh problem, the international patients inflow has gone down a little bit. But going forward for a 3-year time horizon, I think at least 20% upside from these levels is quite possible in the next 12 to 18 months, and for a larger period, even add to that.
All right, so that's a view that has been given on Medanta. We got Prasad calling us from Bengaluru. Prasad, very good morning to you. How can we help you today?
Hi, good morning, Alex and Mahima. It's really hard to catch you guys during the morning show.
Well, I'm glad that you managed to catch us.
For quite some time now. Okay, I'm also a fan of Rajesh Ji's analysis.
I'm glad.
The question is about Tilak Nagar Industries.
Okay.
I have around 60 shares, bought at a price of 490. It was a recent buy. Since the UK trade deal, it has got done, and there's a rumor that premium English liquor at a cheap valuations will be flooding Indian market. Will that going to affect this particular liquor stock? I'd like to know Rajesh Ji's views on this. I'm just sitting in a borderline green zone right now.
Yeah, I can see that. Because the stock is down quite considerably in trade today right now. Rajesh, let me come to you on this one. You've heard the question, and he's a fan, so this should be a special question for you.
Thank you, sir, for listening to me. Yes, the gentleman said right that UK FTA trade deal might have some amount of effect on the liquor industry as such going forward. But we have to see how it affects and what kind of volumes it affects. But as far as Tilak Nagar or other players like Radico and all are concerned, I think they are doing very well. especially in the premium market. And Tilak Nagar has recently acquired a brand. And yes, of course, there would be some amount of cash flow problems in the short term because of the deal. But going forward, I think it's a good choice. Short term, there might be some blips. It might correct to around 470, 450 odd levels, if at all. But for a long term horizon, one can continue to hold.
Okay, continue to hold Tilak Nagar Industries is the view that Rajesh has. We've got our next question we don't have the name, but the question is on Garden Reach Shipbuilders. Now the stock has fallen 35% since the person's holding, I believe, and wants to know if we can continue to hold or sell at the current moment. Vaishali, I'll come to you on this one. What are the charts indicating for Garden Reach?
So, Mahima, I think the chart long-term trend is very intact, and we have seen a good retracement and currently also at a support level. So, I would say such stocks need to be accumulated. 2400 level is a very prominent support. The stock currently is just consolidating. So, keep 2400 as a support level and accumulate the stock, because if the stock continues to have this inherent strength, this is very likely going to reach the previous high, that is 3400 levels. So in my opinion, accumulate the stock.
Okay, accumulate the stock is the view with regards to where charts are concerned. We've got our next caller. Raj is calling us from Delhi. Raj, hi. A very good morning to you. How can we help you today?
Good morning, Mahima. I hope you guys are all keeping safe with the rains there.
Yes, the rains have turned back to normal today.
That's right. That's good to hear.
Yeah.
So my question is on RK Forge.
Okay.
The stock. Now my trigger for being interested in the stock was your program with KYC. The management commentary looked pretty good. Now technically it seems to be at support levels as well. Is this the right time to enter this, or should one really look at Bharat Forge, because that has a bit of a defense play as well? Auto ancillary is something I haven't really kind of invested too much into.
Right.
I have a sizable investment that I do need to put in. Purview would be anywhere between 6 months to 2 years.
Okay, all right, Raj, I got your question, and thank you so much for watching that KYC episode. Vaishali, I think I'll take this up with you. Would you prefer entering into something like RK Forging right now, or a Bharat Forge with regards to where charts are concerned?
So chartically, I think RK Forge is very well comfortably placed, because I think it's gone into an oversold zone. Also, if I look at the longer term chart, 500 is the prominent support, and currently it's at 582. So the risk reward ratio also is very favorable, and I think this is worth a buy at this level. Talking about Bharat Forge, I'm not too sure, Mahima, because if this stock has always seen some controversy, and I think if this does not really respect the support levels that it is at right now, it could trigger a further downside going to perhaps 1080. That would be an ideal level to get into the stock.
Yeah, there is an element of exposure to the North American markets, and which is why for Bharat Forge you would track the Class 8 trucks, which is their very large trucks, and the sales going in there. And as you pointed out, Raj, there is an auto anchor play as well for this company. So therefore, perhaps on the business side as well, RK Forgings might just make more sense. We've got Prakash from Chennai who's writing in and says that he likes to be called a long-term strategic investor. That's a good thing to be. And the question is on SBI Life. He's bought 90 shares at 978 rupees per share. He's accumulated over a period of 5 years, and he's making a sizable gain at this point. He's asking whether to sell at this point. And based on his view, he doesn't seem too much upside in the near future. He needs guidance. So, Rajesh, equally important question. When you talk about buying, when should you sell is an equally important question. So, he's made some gains. Should he book profits?
Of course, yes. If not full, partial profit should be done. Not only just because it's sitting on a seizable profit, but also because the upside seems to be capped at these levels. Maximum, I think, in the next 6 months or so, it can go to 2000 odd levels. So it's better to switch from SBI Life, at least partially, to some other companies. If you want to be in insurance, I think there are better names like HDFC Life or ICICI Pru doing well. Or for a long-term investment, by long-term, I mean for if you are looking for an investment of 2-3 years down the line, LIC would be the best buy because of the kind of market share it has. 55 lakh crores AUM, doing very well. AP and VNB has been going up from the last 2 quarters. The VNB margins have gone up. They are launching new non-par products. And They are doing very well. The only thing is that it has not done anything on the bourses for a long period of time, and it's just a matter of time and starts performing.
I wonder if the sale of shares, additionally, only 2.5% dilution taking place by the government, or sale of stake by the government so far, you could see an offer for sale at some point, and that might be a trigger. And of course, don't forget that the entire conversation today, starting 12 o'clock, is going to be about the GST treatment on insurance companies, and anything that emerges from that meeting with a group of ministers, which the finance minister is going to be addressing and talking about the insurance space, that might just prove to be the next trigger for these stocks as well. We've got a next caller. Mohan is calling us from Hyderabad. Mohan, very good morning to you, and how can we help you today?
Sir, can I add some more shares in Hitachi Energy, sir? My buying price is 18,020, 75 shares.
When did you buy this?
And, sir?
When did you buy it?
6 months back, sir.
Congratulations, Mohan. And so, when you bought it, what was the thinking? Did you buy it for less than 1 year or more?
More, sir, more. For 3 to 4 years.
Okay,
Can I add... yes, sir.
So you want to know whether to add more at the current level and continue to hold,
yes,
right?
Yes, sir. Yes,
okay.
Sir. And also from BSE also, sir.
No, only one stock, unfortunately, Mohan. But hopefully we can catch you tomorrow to ask about BSE. But Rajesh, on Hitachi Energy, he's bought at a very attractive price, seemingly 18,020 rupees, and he's looking for the long-term view. Should he add more at 20,000 rupees though?
Is it for me?
Yes, Rajesh, for you.
Yes, for a long-term horizon, yes, one can continue to hold. But adding more at this point of time won't be a prudent strategy, I would say. Wait for some amount of correction, maybe 80,000 odd levels would be a good levels to enter. If you are looking to add more or put new money at this point of time in the same sector, I think Blue Star would be a better bet because of the kind of exposure it has into exports market, strong balance sheet, good product launches, and doing very well. Even the ratios are very good, so you can go long on Blue Star.
On Blue Star. All right. Okay. We've got our next caller. Divya is calling us from Chennai. Divya, hi. A very good morning to you. How can we help you today?
Hi, I'm doing good. I bought Bharat Electronics shares for about 200 rupees about a year plus before. And I wanted to know, is it good time to top up more, as I'm hearing more good news about the defense stocks and continuously suggestions coming in on investing on that.
Okay, got your question, Divya. Rajesh has already given an elaborate answer on defense pack, but I'll take this up with Vaishali. Vaishali, if he wants to average out right now, his buying price is 200 rupees, sitting on profits of over 56,000 rupees. Do you think this is the right levels to average out?
I think stock is a little bit in a corrective mode, so I think 350, 360 would be an ideal level to again get into the stock.
Got it. All right. So that's a quick view on BEL. Hopefully that answers your question. It is time now for the rapid fire round, and we try and take as many questions over the course of 2 minutes as possible. Heading to you first on the short term, Vaishali, on Nazara Technologies, we did discuss on the fundamentals, and Rajesh said it's an avoid, but if you bought and you are sitting on a loss of 16,000 rupees, would you exit?
Keep a stop loss of 1,300.
Okay, transformers and rectifiers is the next counter. Sunil is asking this question for the next 6 months. How are the charts looking, Vaishali?
It's just consolidating, so hold.
Shriram Piston, this one's also for you, Vaishali. 1 to 3 months sell targets is being asked. He's already, Neelam is seeing a profit of 30%.
Booked partial.
Okay, Force Motors is the next counter. Mushtaq is asking this question from Bengaluru. Rajesh, do you think this is the right time to enter the counter?
If it's a long-term perspective, add.
20% potential return for the midterm. Anything stands out to you, Vaishali? What would you pick off the top of your hat?
I think JSW Energy well placed.
Okay, the next question is on Bandhan Bank. Raja Lakshmi is asking this question from Chennai. She is holding at the rate of 196 and 3,500 odd shares. Wants to know if she can continue to hold from a longer term perspective. Rajesh, your view?
Try to exit at higher levels.
NSDL, for a period of 2 to 3 years, Gul wants to know the right time to buy. Is it now? Rajesh, what's the view?
See, if you're looking for 2-3 years, every time is the right time. At least wait for, if you are looking for a right entry point, 1150 would be a good levels.
Okay, Morpin Labs is the next counter. Bhuvneshwari wants to know if she can continue to wait for 1 or 2 years. Her buying price is 92 and 1100 shares is what she's holding. Rajesh, your view?
Hold, continue to hold.
Raymond Realty, 785 is a buy price. Kirti wants to know, long-term investors, should they hold or shift to another realty company? Rajesh?
Shift to AB Real Estate.
Okay, Ashok Leyland is the next counter. Atul from Bengaluru is holding 330 shares at an average price of 122. Wants to know if he can continue to hold or sell. Vaishali, your view?
Hold.
Okay, all right. Well, that brings us to the end of the rapid fire round and the query segment on the show. Rajesh, Vaishali, as always, thank you so much for taking the time, and pleasure speaking with you. That brings us to the end of Ask Profit from Mahima and myself.